Hey, I'm Rod Fergusson. I'm the executive producer for the Gears of War franchise at Epic Games. Gears of War 3 is the end of the trilogy for Gears of War with the story of Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad. The world is self-destructing. The Gears have banded together and have taken to the sea on an aircraft carrier to try to survive out the rest of their days. And Marcus gets a message from sort of beyond the grave talking about a way to potentially save the planet. So Marcus and his friends set out to try to save the world and then maybe find his father along the way.
It's your father.
Yeah, I noticed.
Gears of War 1 was really about Delta Squad helping Alpha Squad with the resonator to complete a mission. And in Gears of War 2 it was about ending the war against the Locusts and taking the fight underground and trying to flood the Hollow. And then Gears of War 3 is taking the scope even bigger to now a planetary scale, but now the story is even more personal because of that, the fact that it's about just a band of friends, you know, going out, and that's why we have the brothers to the end as our tagline, is that idea of just friendship and trust is what's holding them together. If you haven't played before, it's a great time to get in because the gameplay is really well suited for new players and it's sort of quickening their learning curve. But you know, it's understandable from a narrative perspective, they feel a little bit behind. So one of the things we did was we just created a previously on kind of, you know, cinematic to try to catch the player up. So here's what happened in Gears 1, here's what happened in Gears 2, and now here's what the situation is now, and you have to prepare for that. But I mean, for those who really want to take it to the next level too, are the books themselves by Karen. Her knowledge of those characters in that world, because she's been writing them from a book perspective, has been a huge attribute to dig into the character story even deeper. And so this is the biggest campaign we've ever done, the most polished campaign we've ever done, and a lot of it is focused on that storytelling. Our techniques and how we do motion capture, how we do facial animation, all those sorts of things are just being better at giving a story. You know, 4-player co-op was a huge addition for us that changes the gameplay quite a bit because now we have 4 people looking for cover, 4 people who are looking for different opportunities to flank the enemies, and so you have to give them these combat bowls, these bigger space, these sandboxes to go and have more of that emerging gameplay in. We wanted to go back to that feeling of that kind of, you choose the path, you choose how to fight these guys. And then it's like, you know, with the Lambent, we had a whole new army that we created because of the co-op. So you have this infected rabies locust, and then you give them the ability to mutate and grow arms and a head that breathes flame and spews out polyps and stuff. And so it was really trying to up the ante with those creatures and sort of push it over the top. We're about monsters. You know, it's nice to not be just human on human. That's why one of the reasons we created Beast Mode is that you get to be the monster and attack the humans. And it is a true 3-way battle between the Locust and the Lambent and the humans. There is no the Locust and the humans rally together to fight the Lambent, or the Lambent and the Locust rally to fight the humans. It really is that they're so against each other and they're so single-minded in their destruction and their purpose that they don't ever get that sort of cross. So it's nice to have that sort of 3-way war. So the creatures are different, the gameplay is different, and then we even have different weapons. Like we have a new shotgun with a double-barreled, we have a new assault rifle with the retro, we've got a digger launcher, a heavy sniper, a new flame grenade. I mean, so a lot of different elements that go into it to keep the variety, but at its heart, it's still that, you know, core cover-based shooter that people love.
Any idea where we are now?
In the shit, up to here.
So we have, you know, Jace from the comic books, we have Sam from the novels, we have Bernie Mataki from the novels, so we're able to reach out and look for other characters that we can bring in. And the fact that we have 2 separate squads where we have Marcus and Dom with Jason Anya, and then we have Bear and Cole with Sam and Clayton and Carmine. So we have these sort of, that's just 8 characters, plus along the way you're going to run into Hoffman and Dizzy and all these other characters. So it's a really rich character piece, and so being able to go and play as those different characters and experience it from their perspective is great.
This is where it ends, one way or another.